I'm even worried because there could be that, new manager bound.
And we're going to win, but it's not going
Mm.
to be a walk in the park.
Yo, I've actually missed doing and saying that this international break, I think it's a bit too early to start having international breaks. I have missed EPL football, and we're finally back for another match preview. Arsenal and Nottingham. It's looking to be a cracker. But before we jump into that, hey, let's give a quick dive on how our players did, because we had some interesting performances during the international break. Eddie, what do you think of our players during this international break?
Hi everyone. It was good to see that our players fared pretty well. Even the players with the most criticism in the last 3 weeks, they kind of put in the shift where fans are like, where is this in our players? And then it was goal galore for our so-called defensive midfielder. So that is a good place to start.
Yeah, Merino, 3 goals, a hat trick from a similar position to what he played in the Liverpool game, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was questioning that lineup from Arteta, but we can all see what Merino is capable of as an offensive player. I mean, we already knew from the back end of last season what Merino was capable of. It was also amazing to see Ødegaard get on the score sheet, a goal and 2 assists in that drumming. That was a drumming away versus Moldova. Who else? I think Declan. Declan
Yeah, he
got
had
a
a good
goal
shift as well. Yeah, goal
and
and an assist
a
for
goal and 2
Madueke, I think.
assists. Yeah. And Madueke, opening his England account with fans going crazy, talking about how this is a different Madueke from the Madueke they knew or had at Chelsea. But I think he's actually always been consistently good when he's given opportunities to showcase
I
his
agree.
ability. And
I
I really am actually excited for him. I can't wait to see his outputs for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's he was amazing in the game he scored, and what I like also is the relationship he's building with Eze, and also I can see there's a body connect. Even in some videos, you see him, Eze, and MLS having that that call and that friendship, and it's a good thing to see, knowing that we have 4 5 English guys who would be in the team always and also go to internationals together. So those little relationships, friendship, and whatever they share together, whether it is their roots or their culture or jollof rice, it is still something. It is something that we as a football club would benefit from. And then we can also look at Hincapi. Because we haven't really had time to talk about him. We went for the international break almost immediately. We got him, so
Yeah.
he had an outstanding game against where they kind of surprised Argentina, beating them 1-0. So that's a clean sheet for him. And then for Martinelli, I would want to hear what you think, because in his games, he kind of, he was himself, right? People, you will
Yeah,
see
so there were a few
reactions.
take-ons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there
see
were.
reactions, people reacting that it's sad that they could tell what he wants to do before he does it, but he does this thing consistently, and he put in a good shift. We could see like sparks in his game, and people ask, where is this Martinelli for us now? And I would want to hear your thoughts on that then.
Personally, I think it's a confidence thing and not necessarily a talent thing for Martinelli. And I guess that is why the manager keeps backing him and giving him the starting position, because he knows that the moment he starts dropping him consistently, then we
Yeah.
start having the already, dwindling confidence will just be completely shattered. And it's good to see him, benching players that we were clamoring to sign, in the Brazil team. And that shows that there's some quality there. 2 top-class managers can't be wrong about a player. I guess we fans just have to be patient, and over the season and the coming games, we'll get to see hopefully the best of Martinelli.
Yeah, well, it's something I've always mentioned. As you say, two managers would definitely have something they see and they keep on playing him. And I made a joke to a friend like Ancelotti after what he saw against Madrid last season. He has always picked this guy from his first game as Brazil manager. It's something. It means something is there. And he himself, he came out in an interview over in Brazil and said, from the translations, was in the lines of, he sees the criticism, he sees what people say, but all he has to do is to keep his head down, keep working, help the team, and that hopefully where his name will be mentioned this season will be among goals and assists and not bad performances. And that is an indication that this player knows that he needs to up his game. He knows he believes in himself and he has the ability to produce better numbers for his team.
We hope so. I mean, the game goes straight to the game versus Forest. Do you see him starting in
early
that?
kickoff? Okay. So it's a hard one to call, right? But I think, in my opinion, I think Eze will start. Not because of anything. It's a home game, early kickoff. He traveled from South America. They all came back on a Thursday, which was yesterday. So you have to factor that in. Eze will probably get 60, 70 minutes and then he can come finish the game. For the right side, we are sure that Madueke is gonna be, he's gonna be the one to start there. But hopefully Arteta doesn't have surprises for us. But looking at the home game, I see Noni starting on the right and Eze on the left because of the travel time. But the thing is, I know they're both gonna play. It all depends on how many minutes and how the game progresses as well.
Yeah. For injuries, we still have Saka out.
Yeah.
With the hamstring. Saliba could return. He's back training. Havertz still in rehab. Gabriel Jesus expected back, I don't know, maybe December.
Touching grass. He's touching grass,
We
so
saw
that's progress.
Grass. I actually thought, he was getting closer to return, but reports are saying, putting it at about December, January. He wasn't registered in the Champions League team, so that it's indicative of his
the
availability.
Period he will be coming back.
Right. So hopefully he's available sometime with enough time to make an impact in the Premier League. All the other
cup games.
Yeah. Forest, they have a Super Eagle Ola Aino with that nasty looking injury.
The hamstring, I think.
Game that we ended up not winning. We're definitely not going to the World Cup at this stage.
Well, that I think that has been settled. There's no magic, no mathematics that's gonna save
Nigeria
us at
missing
that time.
at the World Cup again. It's actually sad because imagine a World Cup without players like Victor Osimhen, players like Lookman, and even some of the new guys.
And the young guys who would have this
young
season.
guys coming up. It must be so heartbreaking for them. But yeah, if we go on about Nigeria's footballing problems, we'll be here for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nottingham Forest. I don't know. I believe it'll be a tough one. Those guys are really serious. Wood is one of the most underrated and very prolific strikers in the league. I'm actually always terrified of that guy. Brute force, the size, finishing. He's going to give Nkapi, if he starts, and Gabriel a real sterilizer test.
I think for that left, I think it's going to be Calafiori. For now, I don't think anyone takes that shirt off him. But my worry for Forest, for you, it's Wood. I don't think we would have a Wood problem. I would be worried about their wingers, right? And like Hudson-Odoi. Luckily, they've lost Elanga, but I think they got in Hutchinson. And also, there's a winger that I can't remember his name, but they got another winger that has been Doye also that has been good in the last 2 games. So if we're going to have all of the ball, and they usually play on the counter. But another thing is manager change. Don't forget, they sacked or they relieved Nuno Espirito of his duties and got a year mate,
And
the
that's where
Australian
I'm even worried because there could be that, new manager bounce
manager
and
bounce.
all players trying to prove a thing and feels
Yeah,
like anything can happen.
it's the truth is it's Forest. Forest are a decent side, irrespective of the manager. And coming to the Emirates, we expect to win. We are favorites to win because it's a home game. But
Mm.
it's
And
not
we've won the
it.
last 6 meetings at the Emirates at home to Forest, and we
Mm,
look our head to head is pretty one sided. We have
yeah, yeah, yeah.
19 to
We're gonna
unbeaten in
win. We're gonna win, but it's not going
14.
to be a walk in the park, right? We have to be at the top of our game to get a decent result because this result this time now is not just about scraping win. Fans don't want to see that. They want to see us blow
Dominant.
teams away. Yeah. So again, I expect a clean sheet. I don't know what you expect, but I expect a clean sheet. So I'm looking at 2-0, 3-0
Mm.
to the Arsenal.
2-0, 3-0. That is ambitious, yo. I've learned to be a bit more cautious because the league these days, yo, anybody can table anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes head to head history goes out the window. It's just how the players turn up on the day. But I'll be leaning more towards like a 2-1 or close. I feel it'll be a very close one. You're not worried about
I
Wood.
don't want to see a
I
close
am
game.
worried about Wood.
I don't want to see a close game. Maybe because of your thinking, if Mascara starts, maybe that's where your worry is for Wood. Because
Had
Wood,
almost forgotten about Mosquera. Mosquera is solid. Mosquera was amazing against Liverpool. So yeah, I don't think it'll be about the individual performance. I just believe Nottingham Forest
Forest.
have something, a bit of a spark, especially like you pointed out when they're playing against teams that have all the ball and they go on the counter attack. I mean, look at that. The last goal Wood scored, one time pass straight through the middle.
Yeah, from Anderson.
They're
Yeah.
tuned that way to just the quickest route to Wood because they're sure he's going to cause problems one-on-one with any goalkeeper. The real battles, I don't know. I feel it'll be in the middle of the park. Would it be Ødegaard and Eze playing between the lines? Would it be, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how Arteta will be setting up this team. And that's actually interesting because it'll keep opponents guessing because Arteta has so many options these days. But we always know who our center forward will be. Gyökeres attacking the crosses, near post flicks, hopefully. Do you know who I started watching compilations of recently, as I mentioned, near post flick? Who's the king of near post flicks?
Olivier
Giroud. That is one underrated striker in world football. I believe he's not hyped enough. I started watching back, his contributions to the team, and boy, that was one hell of a striker.
So the problem with that one, this is why it's hard for people to agree to what you just said. It was that season where we had Ozil before December looking to break the assist record. It was that same season where he went about 13 or 14 games without scoring. The season we lost the league to Leicester, right? Because I think it was after we beat Leicester at home, we went top of the table from that Welbeck goal. So I think it was that season. He didn't score for about 13 to 14 games. Ozil gave him countless balls because by December, Ozil was on 13, 14 assists already. People thought the 20 assists was going to be broken. And then he just went for 4 months. This guy couldn't find the back of the net, empty posts, headers, nothing was working for him. And that 4-month, 5 months period was a period that dented all he had done for the club. And you know how fans, how easy it is to,
our fan base can be very reactionary, very, very quick to turn on a player. And let's hope, because I've started seeing some very crazy things. People talking about Gyökeres already, talking about, I don't know, he had a stinker. There's certain words that are just unnecessary.
I can give you a keywords, right? From the last Premier League game, the complaints were his hold up play, right? That is one word they use. And then they went on to say, I heard some people say, I read some tweets as well, that over the international, he was not good enough. The first game, I think he had an assist. And then the second game, they said he put in a stinker. And my question to an Arsenal fan I know on Twitter, my question to him is what he understood by hold up play. And he said, oh, he doesn't put his body about, he doesn't win headers. I'm like, okay, first of all, that is wrong. Hold up play is not just about putting yourself about and heading the ball. Our best striker for this club ever, arguably the best striker in the Premier League. He was very good holding up the ball, but give him the ball to fit. Henry was never going to put his body about, chest the ball 7 feet high up the air. You understand? Look at Van Persie, was a great hold-up play player. Look at, I named a lot of strikers in world football who were good holding up the ball, but you never saw them winning headers. Holding up the ball is not winning headers. And my last question to him was, look at how many times Gyökeres won a foul when he's back to go. That is also another aspect of holding up the ball. So to me, those arguments are baseless, because this guy, 2 goals in 3 games. That is what is important for what we needed. As far as he's consistently putting in those numbers, obviously you want him to play well, have chemistry with his teammate, but coming to nitpick someone that has just been playing with a team for a month or even less than in a month, that's around 8 to 9, 10 training sessions. So
yeah, fans will moan about everything. Like if Arsenal had Haaland, I bet people will complain about his contribution. Like, oh, he's not part
Arsenal
of the game.
Arsenal fans complains about Haaland's performances for another club, for City. They will say, oh, he doesn't touch the ball much. He had only 6 touches in the first half, but he scored.
That's all that matters. Leandro Trossard. Okay, go ahead.
Trossard. No, I'm just saying, looking to conclude on that, looking to Forest, we expect our guys to be up for it. It's a home game, and knowing that we go, I think our next game is against City or Newcastle. So it's one of those 2 games, and it's a tough one. So getting the results, your home games, winning our home games this season are going to be very, very, very important for both the leagues and the cup games, because last season we dropped so many points at home. Those in the last 2-3 years, the points that have gone on to cost us has been the silly games that we drop points at home. The West Hams, the Villas, the Fulham. Like, win all your home games, and then because I'm confident when we go away. When we go away, I know that we're going to set up strong. We're going to be tight. But when we are home, the pressure, I am worried, because I know by 30 minutes, 40 minutes, halftime, we haven't scored.
Fans are groaning.
Yeah, the fans are, you hear moaning. The game, we start chasing the game, and then the opponents go to sit and probably hit us on the counter. And then even if we eventually get a goal, it's to salvage a point and not scrape a win, right? So I wish we can go back to the days where the 22-23 season, where, bro, the first 30 minutes we're done, like, game is done. First half we're sure of getting 2 goals, like starting very quick. I just hope, because that can help us in home games, where if we start very quick, we can get that first goal. Because once Arsenal goes ahead in the game, to me, it's game over.
Amazing. I really still excited for this season. You know, I said this a few videos back, that this is the season we're winning the league. I told everyone to go clip that and, just bookmark it. And I'm going to say it again today. Bookmark it, clip it. We are going to win the Premier League this season.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so certain of it. And do you know what? I don't think it'll be just the Premier League. I believe it'll be one more cup as well, at the very least.
Well,
Expecting
no matter
double.
the thing is, why I would be favoring that as well is, no matter how we rotate, because of the players we have now and how we have strengthened in the window, no matter how we rotate, we're going to have a decent team that could go like go toe to toe with anybody. I saw like a lineup of Arsenal
Team A
first team,
versus who would
Team
win,
B,
and it was tough.
and like it was tough. Looking at it, I could argue that Team A would win. I could also have reasons to say why Team B would win. So that is an indication that no matter the changes that you make, you're going to, the levels are not going to drop. And that was our problem. Yeah, dropping levels when certain players are not available.
Anyway, to wrap up, what are you thinking for the lineup? How do you think Mikel will set up the team to face Forest?
For me, it will be White, Mosquera, Gabriel, Calafiori. And then for midfield, no changes. Ødegaard, Zubimendi, Rice. And then for attack, Ødegaard, Madueke. And yeah, and then we can, how the game goes, we can make some changes. And then Raya, undisputed.
Raya and goal. I'll say yes to everything, but I still believe Martinelli will get the nod.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see in about...
It's Mikel Arteta. But you know what might be surprising? I wouldn't be surprised to see Eze slotting instead of Ødegaard. So Martinelli on the left and Eze playing calm. I would love to see that. And then, potentially Ødegaard can come off the bench and in the second half. But yeah, I'm looking forward to an exciting game. And we hope to come back here and talk through all the exciting...
How amazing it was.
And how Gyökeres put his mask on 3 times. Yeah. And we will see you in the next one.